Godzilla 2014. Kong Skull Island. The MonsterVerse. What is up, guys? This is Shockzilla03 here, and for the first time we are going to be talking about the MonsterVerse. And if you guys don't know what the MonsterVerse is, which I'm pretty sure is the topic that most G fans are talking about, and I haven't been talking about it at all on this channel, and the reason being, I'm not really as hyped as everyone else is. Now, hear me out. That doesn't mean that doesn't mean I'm not interested on the topic. I am really excited for what the MonsterVerse has to offer, but I'm not as hyped as everyone, like making theories and guessing what the monsters will be and how they would fit into the MonsterVerse. But there's one thing that people are concerning about with these monsters, is that they all descend from Skull Island, which is the home of Kong. And actually, honestly, that kind of throws it away, because Mothra, Rodan, and King Ghidorah, their origins weren't from Skull Island. Well, considering that this is a new other timeline, this'll be a lot different than the other timelines. Besides, the different timelines has changed King Ghidorah's origin story drastically. Like, first he was a space dragon, then he was controlled, like he was created, it's like time travel stuff, and then he was an Earth defender. So his origin story is going to be changed again, and so I haven't been talking a lot about the MonsterVerse, and so far there's only 2 movies that have come out that are explaining the MonsterVerse a timeline. There's Godzilla 2014 and Kong Skull Island. Next year, there's going to be Godzilla King of the Monsters, or Godzilla 2, with Godzilla, Rodan, Mothra, and King Ghidorah in it. And in 2020, there's going to be Godzilla vs. Kong. And, yeah, everyone's like, we want Godzilla to win. But now that I think about it, I want Godzilla to win. But considering that Kong actually, is somewhat a good guy in this timeline, I don't see why they should fight each other at all. Like, Godzilla's somewhat of a good guy, Kong's somewhat of a good guy. Like, I'm thinking, who would win? I'm thinking Kong or Godzilla. It's just really confusing for me right now. And also, considering what the other monsters from the Godzilla timeline will have with the MonsterVerse. People have been discussing Anguirus, Gamera, Hedorah, Gigan. Monsters like that will probably have some place in the MonsterVerse. And honestly, I don't think that's a bad idea, but having all those monsters in one timeline, I'm not sure, Toho would give Legendary the rights to have all of their monsters in the MonsterVerse. So, yeah. Also, some other topics besides the MonsterVerse, which I'm not that hyped at all, but, Shin Godzilla 2. I was hyped for Shin Godzilla as a whole, but I don't really think there's going to be a sequel anyway. And there's also, the second episode, like the second episode for Godzilla Monster Planet, which, I'm actually kind of, waiting for, because, they posted, the poster for, and people are speculating that Mechagodzilla will be a part of it. And spoiler alert, I really hope to see other monsters there, like the beginning of the movie showing monsters like Orga and stuff at the beginning of the movie. It's like really cool. I wish there was a bunch more monsters that we can see. And MonsterVerse people are really talking about. So I'm just gonna share my thoughts of what I want in the MonsterVerse. Okay, I really, really want Mechagodzilla. And back then, when I thought that Pacific Rim was going to be a canoncy to Godzilla, I wanted Mechagodzilla to be a Jaeger, but considering that Pacific Rim is not canon to the MonsterVerse at all, it's its own canoncy with kaiju in it, I guess that theory won't ever happen. But it was just a cool thing that I wanted to share with you guys. And also, I want to keep my thoughts to myself about the MonsterVerse. Considering that people have been speculating what monsters they want to be in the MonsterVerse. But, what do I have to say? Whatever. So, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video on me discussing the MonsterVerse finally. And I will be discussing this topic a little bit more on my channel, okay? Bye.